Project Simplified Bible, the entire Bible narrated in an easy and objective way so that everyone can understand. Edition Abraão Marques. Genesis chapter 32.
As Jacob continued on his journey, angels of God came to meet him. When he saw them, Jacob said,
"This is the camp of God."
And he called that place Mahanaim. Jacob sent messengers to the region of Seir, also known as Edom, to meet with Esau. He gave them the following message.
"I, Jacob, am at your service to serve you. During this time I have lived with Laban and now possess cattle, donkeys, sheep, goats, male servants and female servants. I am sending this message to you in the hope of being well received."
The messengers returned saying,
"We have found your brother Esau. He is coming to meet you, and he has 400 men with him."
Jacob was very scared and worried, so he divided the people who were with him, as well as the sheep, goats, cattle, and camels, into two groups. He thought,
"If Esau attacks one group, the other may escape."
Later, Jacob prayed,
"O Lord, God of my grandfather Abraham and my father Isaac, you instructed me to return to my homeland and to my relatives, promising that everything would go well for me. I am unworthy of all the kindness and faithfulness you have shown to me, your servant. When I crossed the Jordan River, I had only a staff, and now I possess two groups of people and animals. Lord, please save me from my brother Esau. I fear that he may come and attack me, along with the women and children. Remember your promise to make me prosper and to multiply my descendants like the sand on the seashore."
That night, Jacob rested there. Later, he selected some of his animals as gifts for Esau: 200 female goats, 20 male goats, 200 ewes, 20 rams, 30 female camels with their young, 40 cows, 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 male donkeys. Jacob divided these animals into separate herds and instructed a servant to lead each herd, saying,
"Go ahead of me and leave some space between each of the herds."
To the first servant, he said,
"When my brother Esau meets you and asks, 'To whom do you belong, and where are you going, and whose animals are these ahead of you?' you shall say, 'They belong to your servant Jacob. They are a gift sent to my lord Esau, and indeed he is coming behind us.'"
Jacob gave the same instruction to the second, the third, and all those who were leading the groups. He said to them,
"When you meet Esau, say, 'Your servant Jacob is coming behind us.'"
He said this because Jacob thought, "I will appease Esau with the gifts that are going ahead of me. Perhaps when we meet, he will forgive me." So he sent the gifts ahead of him and spent the night in the camp. That same night, Jacob got up and took his 2 wives, his 2 concubines, and his 11 sons and crossed the ford of the Jabbok River. After he had sent them across the stream, he sent over all his possessions. So Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him till daybreak. When the man saw that he could not overpower him, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip, so that his hip was wrenched as he wrestled with the man. Then the man said,
Let me go, for it is daybreak.
"I will not let you go unless you bless me."
What is your name?
"My name is Jacob."
Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome.
"Tell me your name."
Why do you want to know my name?
So there he blessed Jacob. Jacob named that place Peniel, saying,
"I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been spared."
When the sun rose as Jacob was leaving Peniel, he was limping because of his injured hip. That is why to this day the Israelites do not eat the tendon attached to the socket of the hip, because the socket of Jacob's hip was touched near the tendon.